I remembered to turn my mic on this time. Isn't that great? Happy to see you all here. Please do remember to lick the stream like Rebecca said. Thank you. Thank you. Happy to see you all. I preemptively opened a White Claw because I don't know if I'm going to need it or not tonight. I mean, let's be honest. We all kind of need it to get through this show, but... Guys, it's a rainy day in Phoenix. That doesn't happen a lot. Oops, sorry. What is that? Is that my hair? Is there something? Oh, I was seeing the cat scratches on this chair behind my head, and I thought it was something on my screen. Oh my god, it's backward. Hi, baby! Hey, guys. The stream has been licked. Thank you. Yeah, it helps out if you can take a moment to give it a lick. Join you with your Mike's Harder. Hell yeah. Mike's Hard Lemonade is good. Yeah, I like the hair too. As pigtails. I was gonna do like French braids, but then I didn't really have time, so it's just balled on pigtails. I at least really needed this stream tonight. I had to call cops on 2 different people at work, and you're a barista? Girl! Good times. Sounds great. Hi, Hunter! What's up, Zeddy? Good to see you too, friend. Yeah, that sounds awful, but I'm glad that we're all here together to unwind and watch some Erica Colsters. Oh, guys, I started reading Erica's book. Hold on. I have it over here. I got through the first chapter. I haven't gotten that far through. But, I marked this shit up so much. Oops, sorry. I marked it up so much because I don't think this was edited. Also, Savvy agreed to do a book review with me. So we're going to be doing that probably in April, I think is when it's going to come out. I wrote... Because the first thing says, great things come from work and perseverance. No excuses by Kobe Bryant. And I said, off to a great start. But yeah, hi, Pippi. I basically proofread it. I was like, highlighted shit and writing shit. Is this a complete sentence? She put decide instead of decided. My first note was page 1, and I can already tell this wasn't touched by an editor. Yeah. It's gonna be a wild ride, guys. I've never done a book review before, so it's gonna be really interesting, but... Anyway, I hope you all had a decent day and didn't have to call the cops on anybody like Amanda did, but yeah, I'm just glad you guys are all here. Pippi's here. You got wine and Cheetos. That's what's up. Hunter, you went on a date last night and spent too much money and you have a hangover. Well, congratulations, Hunter. That sounds great. Sounds like the night was a success then, hopefully. All right, let's see. Y'all ready for some Eras, girls? Because I am. Okay, let me turn this down on my end here because it might get loud. All right, let's get started. Oh, you're in the hospital. I hope you're okay, Potato. No, really, I hope you're doing all right. All right, here we go. Our favorite sassy girl.
Y'all don't tell us every movie.
You lied again. When have me and April gone out on a cruise or anywhere, or me and Kathy gone anywhere?
Well, not to say that y'all have gone.
Were they just like in the middle of a fight and Erica's like, you know what? Pause, Trinette. Like on How I Met Your Mother, how when Marshall and Lily have a fight and they have to pause it or whatever, they just say pause to each other and then they like go off and do. Anyway, they're just like, you know what this fight needs? It needs to be filmed. Let's set up the camera. And then they just like sit back down and like, okay, unpause. Like this is literally we're 29 seconds into this video, so we didn't miss anything. We don't talk about Bruno, no, this is not on TV. I don't think any TV network, not even TLC, would pick this shit up. Yeah, that was just weird to start in that way. Anyway, hey, paparazzi jewelry check. These earrings, I don't think they're even that bad, really. They're probably paparazzi. I think they're paparazzi. They're not that bad. They're pretty basic, and basic is fine. Erica, what? She's wearing 3 different necklaces. These earrings, I feel like if you're gonna wear earrings that are this busy, like, you shouldn't also be wearing 3 necklaces. Maybe that's just me, though. On time. Hey, Confused AF. Hi, Ian. Welcome. Anyway, I wonder what this fight's about. Also, I forgot to say this episode's called Patiently Waiting, and Pop-Tart's here. She's going, meow.
Go anywhere. Like, for instance, like when you told us, you know, after the house was built and stuff like that, and April 1st visit being the first person to come here, like, I didn't know about that.
So April just showed up. I didn't say, April, you come and see the house first. Y'all jokers intentionally planned, and then let me tell you what really ticked me off. Big head called mama. Yeah, and told mama, and then missed.
They censored out a name there. Big head who? What are they talking about? The fashion police? Yeah, like, because I clearly know so much about fashion. I'm just saying, like, it's busy. Also, this pause face, so good. So good. I don't know what this fight's about. Also, I like this little pineapple succulent holder.
The Eara
or planter
says, "Oh, they gonna have a good time." This is how she does it. Oh, Jeanette, I wonder what time they leave on their cruise. And I said, "What cruise?" I said, "What cruise?" And she goes, "Oh Lord." I'm like, you know, I ain't know nothing about no cruise. You ain't plotting and playing that, and
what's
just
going
trying to
on?
figure out how to let me know. And I was like, "Why we ain't getting to buy no cruise?" She said, "They are twins." And their husbands, so she knew the whole story. Their husbands always saying something, so they just wanted to go away together. I was like, oh, okay then, I'm gonna be petty, and I'm gonna take Kathy somewhere October for her birthday, and y'all be coming.
Well, that's not gonna be right.
Out here?
But Erica, that is not your birthday to say that you gonna take it.
Okay.
Now, if you do that with you.
Okay. Then I'm like, okay. You know what I'm noticing? There is a cameraman. There is someone filming this. Like, well, at least, like, they were, like, readjusting the angle a little bit. You could see it moving a little bit. So, there's a third person involved here. What a strange... This whole thing is weird. I wonder if it's April, because they were just, like, bringing... Well, no, they were bringing Kathy into it, too. I guess it could be anybody. But someone was like, hold on, let me get that. You guys keep fighting. I'm going to set up the camera. Like, what? And then Trinette's... Again, they haven't told us what this fight's about. I don't know what this fight's about, and we better get some freaking context here, because I gotta know. Pop-Tart, please. You made me forget what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, she was like... Erica, like, it wasn't your birthday to blah, 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 blah. Hey, Calcium, thanks for subscribing. I don't know why you would subscribe right now, because this is no context to what we're watching at all. But, no, so she was like, Erica, it's not your birthday to decide, blah, blah, blah. Sounds like Erica, as usual, is trying to control everything, and Trinette's calling her out, as she should. So, good on Trinette, I think. If I knew what the fight was about.
You know what?
I'm gonna have my birthday party, and I'm not inviting you.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
gonna come.
No, you're not, because you're not gonna buy. I'm gonna tell you the day before. We're gonna have everything purchased, and then you're just gonna have to you're gonna have to find out on social media.
That's not
the
petty.
same way we're gonna have matching dresses on.
No, y'all didn't
same
find out.
colors.
Hi, Jess.
I found out the day before y'all were boarding that doggone plane. I didn't say it then. I text y'all. You ain't say nothing, so I was like, nah, I know they, cause I know you. Maldy. She was like, what you talking about? I was like, okay. you didn't say anything. And I was like, that's that guilt right there. I said, I'm gonna get her. And I text April. I said, did you know anything? She said no. And then Kathy said, I ain't know nothing either. And I'm right there in Jacksonville.
Because I know you
And
can
April
be
said,
petty sometime and you was gonna carry on and on. But you know what, Erica? If that hurt your feelings, I am sorry.
Okay. Is anyone else following this? Okay, I'm thinking it sounds like Trinette went on a cruise without Erica and Erica's mad? Is that what I'm getting? But also, like, she said that April and Kathy didn't know about it either. So it's like, was this, who did she take with her? This is healing your hangover, Hunter? I bet it is. You weren't subbed to me, Calcium? Well, you are now. Welcome. Welcome back, I guess. My kids are playing, if you can hear them screaming. They're fine. They're playing with each other. Swinger City, is a pineapple a swinger thing? I just like pineapples. Oh, also, hi, Emily. It feels like that meme where you don't want drama, but you definitely follow others on Facebook. She went with someone else. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, how is this person related to Erica, and why does Erica feel like she should have been invited? Especially since it sounds like April and Kathy weren't invited either. I am so confused.
I am sorry because we do plan our birthdays and most of the out of town trips and stuff together. So you know what? I am sorry.
I'll accept your apology in a couple of days. But right now I want to focus on the fact that I just need a little time. Because what I feel like is you done
So
planned this
dramatic.
apology to shut me up.
No.
Because this is
I mean, what can you do?
Because you knew ahead of time what y'all was doing. You knew I was going to see it on social media. You ignored all my gifts and all my comments on social media. So then when I said something to April, and I said, April, y'all go walking and running 2 or 3 times a week. You promised you ain't say nothing. She said you ain't even mentioned it to her.
I did.
How long before y'all had planned that trip?
It was like a month.
So you had 4 or 5 weeks where you knew you was going on a cruise, but then you must have tell mama.
No, actually, she actually talks to her almost every other day.
Right. And so they had a conversation. But I know
her to know.
She wanted her to know that y'all was going on a cruise.
Right. She felt like if we let mama know, then that's fine.
Don't tell it.
That's fine. But I didn't even know she was calling her. But she talks to her like that. So she felt the need. She let mama know that that's what we was doing, and that's what it was. It was. That's what it was.
I'm gonna accept your apology in a couple of days, but you ain't going on my birthday trip. I feel it in my spirit.
Erica, she's
so petty.
I gotta pay you back. Even my husband was like,
Erica,
Brian, you know, Brian ain't really that petty. He was like,
oh, he's so messy.
he said, well, when they go on their fishing trips, they don't invite us, and they know I like to fish. And I was like, you right. They don't even invite y'all. Don't even invite my husband to go fishing. Y'all know he got these alligators and stuff.
Has invited Brian. He invited him to come to the racing. I
ain't talking about no racing. We don't do no racing. I don't go.
Someone is still filming this.
Brian fishing like that.
That's shady. That's shady right there. You know my husband like
he don't fish because he got a saltwater fish out there in a pond. So he know he don't fish like that. So we didn't know.
I'm telling you.
With his message, but I'm gonna get him.
He said, oh, and because he didn't see any of my posts, he was like, oh, so did you know Jeanette was going on a cruise? I said, and Mama said, Brian, the feelings are high right now. I said, we don't want to talk about it. I was hot for a few days, and y'all tried to ignore me a few times, and I was like, it's all good, but it's, you know, I get it. I get the twinsy thing. I get, you know, the sister, and that's what I kind of felt like. I was like, well, was this a blood sister objective?
No.
Okay, it was just.
No, it was just basic, pretty much just what I told you. And, you know, and I did enjoy the time for, you know, because we always, even outside of birthdays, I'm always with you all or whatever. So I enjoyed the time to, like, really spend some time with you.
And that's what I like. Yeah, well, we haven't done anything together since New York.
Okay, I don't know who they're talking about. Clearly, they keep bleeping the person's name out, so it's probably not important. It's probably no one relevant at all. But yeah, okay, that's what I'm gathering. We got It's raining. Ah! I'm gathering that Trinette went on a cruise that she planned kind of last minute and didn't invite Erica and the rest of the family. And Erica is really pissed off about it, and now she's saying that she's not going to invite Trinette to her birthday. I mean, it sounds to me like here's an idea, Erica. Maybe you're like such a dictator that these people feel like they need to get a vacation away from you. Because remember, Erica is their upline. She might as well be their boss. They are her subordinates, you know? So she's like bossing them around all the time, trying to control everything all the time. Like, no freaking wonder Trinette is like, I need a vacation and I'm not inviting Erica. Because then Erica is going to sit around and tell everyone what to do. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, I mean, she's super petty. And listen, I'm the queen of petty, okay? Like, I can't hold that against her. I'm just like, be petty for a good reason, you know? This isn't a good reason. Like, I'm pretty sure your sisters can, like, go on vacations without you. They probably need it sometimes, too. Like, damn. Objection. Hearsay. Oh, wrong button.
Yours. I was like, okay. And usually I'm always expecting y'all to do something for your birthday.
Right.
And I gotta be honest, like the timing, because during that time when y'all did your birthday, I was actually getting ready to do a transfer, so I couldn't have gone anyway. But I was like, I would have loved to have
Erica couldn't have even gone anyway, but she's still pissed off. Manufactured drama. That's what this is. I just don't get why they started recording in the middle of the argument. Maybe it's not manufactured. I don't know.
said I can't participate.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it was just kind of like, dang, you know, okay, that's what we doing now?
As in your words, noted, and that won't, you know, happen again. But, you know, we would.
Yes, Queen Erica, I'll make sure to invite you to everything I ever do in my entire life. Everything I do from now on, you will be there. I promise. I promise. Please let me come to your birthday party. Sounded like Trinette's twin sister's birthday cruise. Oh, I didn't know she had a twin sister. How come Trinette's twin sister isn't involved in this show? She didn't join Paparazzi, so she doesn't get to be on Eara's Girls. If the sister doesn't want to be named on the show, she probably didn't want to be filmed on that trip either. Yup, and probably didn't want to join Paparazzi, didn't want to join Erica's downline, and... Oh my god. This Paparazzi... Yeah, no, trust me, dude, Karen, like, this is not even a bad episode. If you think this is unwatchable, this one at least has, like, drama. That's why she wasn't invited, but she doesn't get it. Exactly. She, like... bosses everyone around and then expects them to still want to hang out with her every single day of their lives. It's like, no, Erica, just be chill. Maybe people want to hang out with you more if you're just chill.
Wasn't trying to, like, I would never purposely try to leave, just intentionally just leave y'all out of, you know, being a part, because we've always did stuff like that. But, you know, just some...
Who was
I've
canceled?
been played into that,
Trinette's
but
sister?
I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings.
I'll forgive you in a couple of days.
Henry, you just...
It is what it is. I just feel like, you know, maybe I need a public
Apology?
apology or something.
Really?
We'll see how we work it out.
Honey, I love you, and I'm sorry.
Raggedy. Raggedy. Where that other one at? That one that messy boot.
Listen, that's a whole nother story.
Listen. How long she gonna work out before she lose some weight? What is she doing?
Oh my God.
She gotta stop eating so much. Cause I feel like she working out, but I ain't seeing her lose no weight. She still eating Oreos. She was here last night eating Oreos late at night.
Can I just be candid? Would you, like, seriously? April will make a lot of excuses. If you want to change something, especially my concern is her being on high blood pressure medications. Like, you really young. And so it doesn't matter what we put in place, as much as we've been, you know, working out with this Team Fluffity, Team Fine thing, is that you result back to, you know, the old ways. Like, you got to stick with.
They're talking about April, right? Yeah, right, Emily? Right, wait, what? Like, totally off topic. She's like, Erica's about to get up and walk away, and she's like, okay, I guess this fight's over. I'll forgive you in a few days. By the way, April's fat. Who says that? I mean, I know she didn't say that exactly the way that I said it, but essentially, like, that was the idea. Oh, thank you, Hunter. That's so sweet. Maybe she's working out so she can eat more Oreos and not gain weight. She can do what she wants. Exactly. And also, I eat Oreos before bed at least like once a week. I always have Oreos in my house. I'm not Oreo girly. Listen, let April live her damn life, okay? If she wants to eat Oreos and ice cream or whatever before bed, let her do it. Why are you trying to stop her? I get, like, it comes out of a place of caring about her, but, like, I don't even think April's, like, big, guys. Like, she looks fine. Like, she's not, like, a twig. She's not, like, a supermodel catwalk skinny, but, like, she doesn't look unhealthy. You know what I mean? It's so frustrating. These people, like, again, another example of Erica trying to run everyone else's lives. It's ridiculous. Oreos do slap. They're very good.
And you want to eat, and then you don't eat vegetables.
Oh,
you
thanks,
don't
Hunter.
drink
Okay.
Nothing
water,
healthy. Nothing. I'm like, she's. I like the fact that she's and it looks like she's enjoying.
Oh
it.
yeah, she is.
I like the fact that she's enjoying it, but you have to change. Like for me, even with, I ain't gonna do what y'all doing.
Exactly.
But even
Emily.
with the weight loss program that I'm on, when I go take those medications, I know, like I have a basically for that week, I can't do carbs, I can't do this.
Right.
She ain't pulling away from nothing. So
Right.
to me, it's just like a counter approach. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why you
She
what you need
cheating
to do
somewhere
like
and
a
it
juicing.
tells. She ain't gonna do juicing because she don't like. It's too many things that you got to cut. All the things that's necessary to lose weight. Like even if we do the no carb thing, I'm like, write down the vegetables that you do eat, and if that's what you eat, then that's what you eat.
Confused
all the
AF,
time. But
exactly.
there's no way you can
You're
do a no
100%
carb
correct.
and you don't eat vegetables.
It's almost like that LuLaRoe shit that, like, Deanne Stidham was trying to get all of her girls, all of her top uplines to get that stomach band surgery or whatever, so everyone in LuLaRoe could be, like, skinny. Like, that's some weird shit. Not that Erica's trying to, like, convince anyone to... Well, no. I take that back. I was about to say, it's not like she's trying to convince anyone to get surgery. Last episode, she convinced her mother to get a surgery that she didn't necessarily want. So, okay, I take that back. But fucking Erica, like, she is Deanne Stidham's, like, other half. They're meant for each other, even though she's in Paparazzi and not LuLaRoe. Still, though, this is kind of the same thing. And I would say, like, maybe, like, the way they're talking about it and the way they always kind of, like, degrade April for this. This is not the first time that they've essentially fat-shamed April. But, the way they talk down to her this way, like, all the time, it tells me that, like, maybe it's, like, 10% about, like, oh, her high blood pressure or whatever, and, like, the other 90% of it is her looking healthy. And that's by society's standard, which equals skinny, which isn't always true. But that's what I'm getting from that, and it's just ucky. It's ucky.
So this is what we're gonna do.
The Rock
We're
is
gonna do a
downstairs.
weight loss.
Actually, Hunter, sidebar. Sparrow found that rock yesterday. It's still sitting on my piano. By the way, let me know when you're ready for the rocks, and I'll mail them to you. But she found it, and oh my god, I forgot. Okay, I almost messaged you about it yesterday. Actually, I'm like having a private conversation here in front of another 130 people. Hunter, Sparrow found that rock, and she, like, kissed it, And then she goes, I just kissed Karen. And I was like, that's not Karen, that's Deanne Stidham. And she's like, no, her name is Karen now. And I'm like, I mean, you're not wrong. So I'll make sure to disinfect it before I send it to you. Because my daughter kissed it.
Challenge for 30 days.
That'll be good.
Okay. And so all us, is that the alligator?
Well,
Just the face out there. Okay. So we gonna do a weight loss challenge.
They just like, Florida is so weird, man. They like look out their windows like, that an alligator? All right, so weight loss. Like if me in the desert, if I look outside and I see an alligator, I'm calling 911. Like, and I'm running away. Or like climbing up onto my roof or something. Like, get that thing away from me. But I guess in Florida it's just normal.
For 30 days and see who can lose the most weight. And we capped it too. And then every week we'll come up with, okay, this week we only eating fruits and vegetables. Or this week we only eating
That's not
protein,
healthy.
chicken, whatever. Like we'll do that to help her.
For a week? You can't just eat fruits and vegetables for a week, can you? You need, I mean, I guess there's carbs and some fruits and vegetables, but like you need fat. Listen, one of my favorite shows is Alone, and I don't usually like those survival shows, but Alone is different. Alone is so good. What do I watch it on? I think it's on Hulu. Maybe it's on Discovery Plus. I don't have Discovery Plus, so it's definitely on something I do have, but I think it might also be there. Anyway, it's a survival show, and what they're always talking about as far as like being healthy and why it's so hard to last in the wilderness for so long, especially like during the winter, is because they need fat. So people do eat a raw diet, right? I know, but like where do they get their fat from? Like they have to be getting fat from somewhere. Fat is like healthy fat anyway, is an important part of the diet, you know? And protein, yeah, sure. I mean, but you can get protein from like nuts, but I guess they didn't include that in the fruit and vegetable thing. History Channel? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's probably wherever they have history stuff. But Alone is a great show. Like, I highly recommend it. Even if you don't like survival shows, like, it's really interesting. But they do, like, kill squirrels and stuff. This last season they were killing beavers and shit. But that's because, like, they're out there trying to survive for as long as possible. It's like a last man standing kind of thing. It's really interesting. But they're always, like, there was a guy one season who killed, I think, a moose. Like, he shot a fucking moose, or, like, maybe it was a really big elk with an arrow, but he didn't win. Like, it's really hard for these people to, like, get, you know, a kill like that. And so you would think, you're like, okay, so that guy's set for the rest of the winter. He can last forever. No, because the animal, whether it was an elk or a moose or something, it had no fat on it. Ah, Solstixia, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. That's so sweet. Avocado at least would fall into that fruit and vegetable thing. So, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, so avocado has healthy fat. So, yeah, so they'd have to get, I don't know. You can't, it isn't a lifestyle, but there's benefits in moderation. You're right, yeah. Alone is very good. Anyway. You're right, yeah. Well, I guess I'm just saying because she specifically was like, for 1 week, we're gonna just eat fruits and vegetables, and it's like, I don't think that's right or safe. Like, just fruits and vegetables for a whole week? I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist or a medical professional, so I don't know. I just know that the body needs more than just fruits and vegetables. But yeah, hey, thanks again, Solstixia, for those gifts. It looks like people are getting them and they're excited. That's so awesome.
You know, Oreos, child. That, but don't
this is them Debbie cakes. And she probably don't. But I was like, you know, you still got to be, it's something going on outside of the exercising, because if you exercise in the way that you are, then it's your diet.
Right. I'm like, I just really don't see what
Soul,
happens.
like
Right.
sun.
I'm like, child.
But I
Is that how
think
you
the weight
say
loss
it?
challenge is going to be
She
good.
did that. She's medium.
If we doing any money in the challenge, like what's the challenge going to be now? Like, are we getting a prize?
Whoever win at least 10 pounds get to go on my birthday trip.
So dramatic.
Oh my God.
look, let's take a moment here because she had a drone shot in the first episode of this season, I think. And I was like, that can't be theirs. Like, there's no way that they got a fucking drone, right? So I'm looking here, I'm looking at this neighborhood, and like these are all like kind of basic houses, right? Like not a mansion like how Erica lives in. So I'm wondering, this has to just be stock footage, right? Wait. Oh no, those are just leaves. I'm like looking for a watermark or something, but I'm not seeing it. I don't know. I can't imagine they got a drone for this show though. I mean, they're rich enough to, but are they like savvy enough to? They can't even edit their shit or buy microphones, but they're gonna buy a drone? Like, I don't think so. Yeah, it's gotta be B-roll.
So this week I'm getting ready to do my transfer. This will be transfer number 7, and actually it is the last embryo that Brian and I have available. So I'm excited and nervous at the same time. I'm excited because 7 is a number of completion. I'm trying to be very, very positive. The completion means that finally the baby will be here. But there's of course that backdoor feeling in my head, like, does that mean this is the last option that I have? But again, trying to be very, very positive.
Spoiler alert, and also I guess probably trigger warning. We know, because this was, I think this episode came out 4 months ago. I don't know when it was filmed, but the episode came out 4 months ago, and I'm pretty sure we have confirmation that it didn't implant. So, you know, you can put these angel numbers or whatever and be like, oh yeah, 7 is the God's number, so this will definitely work. Like, you can put all the meaning to it and symbolism and whatever you want to it, but we do know, unfortunately, that this did not work out for her. So, bummer. If you have issues with, like, infertility, you know, trigger warning, I guess. If you need to click off and not listen to either me talk about this or Erica talk about this, because the next episode, I did see that the thumbnail has Erica crying. Go figure. So if you need to step out and catch the next episode or catch the next stream or whatever, I totally understand. But I haven't pre-watched these, so I don't know exactly what's gonna be mentioned. And so therefore I don't know how I'm going to respond. But yeah, just take care of your mental health. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself.
On an emotional roller coaster, I need my family and my friends to understand where my headspace is. And it's crazy because if you've never experienced the loss of a child, if you've never
Carrie, I think that's what it was.
experienced the struggle with getting pregnant, something that comes so naturally for others, you can't wrap your head around where people are in those emotions. And it's difficult for me to try to help other people cope with their emotions with my emotions. Like, I don't need to be worried about how you feel about how I'm acting. Like, I just need to be where I am. And so I gotta be honest, like the past few months I've been very selfish about me and my headspace, and I need that. You know, I'm not willing to fake it for people anymore. You know, for so many years I faked, you know, that happy place in me and positive, but I'm scared. You know, this is my 7th time. The struggle has been real. I've lost 2 babies within the last year and a half, like 2 babies, you know, and I'm no longer apologizing for needing my mental space. I'm no longer apologizing for the distance. This is about me right now. This is about my emotions right now. So honestly, those people that can understand that, it is what it is. You know, I'm grateful for the people that do and that send me those texts to say that I love you and I'm thinking about you, and they know, you know, I'm such a writer as a family member and a writer as a friend that I go hard for people. Like, hey, listen, you need me to pull up, I'm gonna pull up. Like, I'm that type of person when I'm in people's lives. So the fact that over the last few months I've been where I am, I'm not apologizing for that.
You happen to show up at a really sad time. If you don't know what's going on here, Marco, this is this lady is at the top of Paparazzi. She's like one of the toppity most downlines, uplines. And this reality show is basically about her life, and she's going through in vitro fertilization for the 7th time. And we know that it's not going to work out for her, so it's just kind of like a really sad thing. And obviously she's crying already, and all these things are sad. And welcome. It's so happy here. We're having a great time. But what I was gonna say is that, like, I feel like Erica does at least deserve, like, why the fuck would you apologize for this? Seriously, like, why would you feel like you have to apologize? Like, infertility is, like, a really, really big thing, and not a fun thing to deal with. Like, take it from me. I also have lost 2 babies within, I think it was like 4 or 5 months of each other when I had my 2 miscarriages. It's hard. And yeah, my first miscarriage was in the 2nd trimester. Like, it is not fun. And never once did I ever feel like I needed to apologize, you know? At least for my emotions and stuff. Like, you should never have to do that, dude. Like, so it makes me sad that she's been feeling like, oh, I gotta, you know, fake it till we make it. But then again, that kind of is the mindset in MLMs, isn't it? Everything is fake it till you make it. So it's almost sad. Like, I think she got that mindset, the feeling that she needs to fake her happiness, even though she's going through something so wild as infertility. And she's like, oh, I gotta stop faking it, man. Don't fake it. It's so sad. Emily, I'm sorry. I hope this isn't, like, triggering anybody, but if it is, again, feel free, click out, do what you need to do. Take care of yourself, please. Don't make yourself watch this if it's triggering you. And this isn't even the sad part yet. I get the feeling that the next episode is going to be even sadder. So I do have Griffin. And Griffin, you know, I can't say that, like, having a baby after losing babies, he's not a replacement for the ones I lost, if that makes sense, but he's worth everything, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Like, having him makes everything that came before him worth it, if that makes sense. Even the good shit, the bad shit, all of it. So I'm still grateful, of course, but it's like, you know, still not a good feeling. It doesn't matter, like, how many babies you have after the ones you lose. Like, it's still that emptiness, you know.
You know, it is what it is, and I got to get through these next couple weeks, because after the transfer, of course, you have to wait like 2 weeks. That's the most difficult 2 weeks ever. And I know, you know, this one's going to be, it's going to be difficult. We're doing it a different way this time. We're going to try something different, but then, you know, the reality is, again, this is number 7, so just being positive.
How is there more than one way to do in vitro fertilization? I had no idea. Yeah, Carrie, I'm thinking that this next episode's probably going to be rough, too. Just judging on how the last episode went when she lost that pregnancy. I mean, maybe, hopefully, I mean, I don't want to say, it's not like I can be like, hopefully it sticks, because we, like, know it, we just, like, objectively know, like, in reality, it will not, because we know the future from this point that we're watching, but, I hope it just doesn't, nothing implants and she doesn't go through a miscarriage, because, like, I can imagine just, like, going through IVF and then having nothing stick is probably easier to come back from than, like, having something stick and then having a miscarriage, like, because, I mean, miscarriages are wild. Hunter, I saw that you were saying earlier, like, you weren't sure that this stuff needs to be broadcasted, and I just want to put it out there that I think it's actually really important to talk about this kind of stuff, just because, like, I felt so fucking alone. I felt so, like, guilty. Like, you know, you start kind of like, oh, must have been something I did. It must be my fault, you know? And I felt like, so many people do go through this. So many people do lose pregnancies, and then they mourn in silence. They never say anything. They never talk to anyone about it. And it's like, it's real grieving. It's a grieving process. And I feel like if it's more normalized, then when it inevitably happens to, I think it's like 1 in 3 pregnancies will end in a miscarriage or something like that. Like the statistics are really high for that. Like unusually, like you would think it's not that high, but I think you don't think it's that high because a lot of people don't talk about it. And so that's why I feel like it's important to talk about, because when it does happen to you, if it unfortunately does happen to you, it's really, you feel really alone. So, and then you start blaming yourself, and yeah, it's hard. So hearing that other people have that experience and are also going through it, I think it's really important. That's why I talk about it all the time, because is it 1 in 4? Okay, so 25%, not 30%, but still, I mean, still though, dude, like that's a lot. and I feel like it's just like, it's not normalized, you know? With statistics like that, like we should be talking about it more, you know? Right, you shouldn't feel alone when 25% of pregnancies end in miscarriage. Exactly. Like it's so common, and the fact that no one talks about it, when it does happen, you feel like shit. Like it's just so much. It's hard to get through. I remember asking my stepmom about her miscarriage, as she kind of compartmentalized the whole experience. Yeah. If you don't, like, I mean, it's a different way of grieving a loss. Like, imagine someone losing a loved one and never ever dealing with it, just putting it in the back of your mind and just trying to forget about it. Like, it's not healthy. It's not good for your mental health. So you don't know if your mom ever had a miscarriage. I don't think my mom ever did. I know one of my cousins had one, but out of everyone else in my family, and I have a decent sized family, like cousins and stuff, like other than my one cousin that I know had a miscarriage, and she even reached out to me privately because she had one like around the same time that I had mine. And obviously I had, so like I posted about my first big one because it happened so late. It happened at 16 weeks and we had already announced we were pregnant. So you kind of have to be like, oh, by the way, this isn't working out. So like, yeah, everyone knew about it. But yeah, she reached out to me privately. I don't even know like if the rest of my family knows. Like I don't know who knows. So it makes me wonder, like, who in my family, like, have I had, like, aunts and uncles, my grandparents, like, who in my family has had miscarriages? Because I clearly have, and I know my cousin had one. There's got to be more. Like, statistically, there has to be more that we just don't know about. But anyway, we'll continue. Sorry to keep dragging this on. It's just, this is, like, this topic is super close to my heart. So, yeah.
And worried about me right now. All right, Stephanie, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling
Good.
great. I'm ready.
All right, very good. So all looks great for today.
Okay.
Estrogen 365, progesterone is still quiet, 0.26, so it's good. And then your lining is always great.
Okay.
It's like 11.07.
Okay.
We are going to proceed with your transfer.
Okay.
So that would be next Monday.
Okay.
So now, because the transfer is going to be on the sedation, you know how usually you have a transfer in the afternoon because it's on the sedation.
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared that it's gonna be in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
Now, the time for that will be given to you Saturday afternoon.
Okay, question.
Okay.
Now, with me doing it under sedation, what are we expecting to be different this time?
So, maybe doctor, because I know that it's always a little bit difficult to
Right.
get through the cervix.
Right.
So I think that's what to put you on the sedation to
Okay.
make the transfer a little bit easier.
Okay.
And then hopefully, that will do the trick.
How do they normally do it? Does anyone know? Let me know in the chat if you guys know how IVF is normally done. Because it sounds like normally they don't put you under sedation, but this time they are for her. And then I think she said they're going through the cervix. And so I'm wondering because, like, when I got my IUD, Anyone who has an IUD probably knows that, like, for the most part, they don't put you under sedation for that. But, like, I know some people have been under sedation for it because it really is, it's painful. It's not great. But I'm like, if they're going in through the cervix this time and they're feeling like they need to put her under sedation for it, how do they do it otherwise? Do they have, like, a needle? Sarah, I was thinking the same thing, too. Like, did she even ask permission to post that call? It's with a medical provider. It's like, you would think that you would have to. But also, maybe Florida is a one-party consent state, so I don't know. You have to take shots daily. Well, right, yeah, you have to take shots in your butt, right? But, I mean, like, when they actually do the implantation, do they, like, inject it with a needle, like, into your stomach or something? Well, it wouldn't be your stomach, obviously. It'd be your uterus. But, like, okay, so through your abdomen, and now this time they're going up through the cervix, because I would think they would go through the cervix anyway. Anyway, as a gay sinner, Hunter, a friend and I have been talking about her having a baby and me donating the sperm. She wants to be a single mom, and I want to put a child into the world, so we're thinking, that's awesome, Hunter! I think you should do that. Hell yeah. Planning is definitely crucial, yeah. And it's a long process, too. Like, gay sinner, though, I love that. We need to advocate for numbing for IUDs. For some reason, gynecologists don't use it because we just need to deal with it. Yeah. Dude, Harper, I was so scared to get my IUD because, like, of all the, like, the horror stories that you hear about it. And, I mean, I've had 2 kids, so it was still painful for me. But, like, it was doable. Like, because it's over within, like, a minute. Like, you're really only in pain or, like, discomfort for, like, a minute. But it's, like, pretty intense. But, like, I can imagine for people who haven't had babies, like, it's even worse. So I feel like, yeah, like, anesthesia. But I think in order to do that, I wonder if it's because, wouldn't it have to be more of like an outpatient, like you'd have to like go to a hospital, and because they're not just gonna, you can't just go to a doctor's office and get anesthesia, can you? You have to go to a hospital for that? Maybe not. I don't know. Well, no, I don't know, because I've had moles removed. I've gone to a dermatologist, and they obviously like do local anesthesia, like they give you shots of anesthesia and stuff. Whatever you call it, they numb you. But I guess that's not the same thing. I don't know, but I do agree with the sentiment that, like, it's really stupid that we're just supposed to deal with that pain and just be like, okay, that's fine, I'll deal with it. Like, the anxiety leading up to it, knowing that it's not going to feel good, like, that sucks too. If you go into it knowing, like, I'll be numb and I won't feel it, then I feel like it wouldn't be so bad. Oh shit, Kelly. Damn, my Mirena ended up pushing through my uterus and was floating around my abdomen. What the fuck? So, like, I would assume you have to get surgery to get that out, right? Or did they just, like, leave it in there? They had to take it out, right? Oral offices. Yeah, but you wouldn't go to, like, a dentist office for that. You'd have to go to an oral surgeon's office, right? Aren't those different places? I don't know. I still have all 4 of my wisdom teeth. Yeah, Amanda, being put under is weird. I had to for my first miscarriage because I had to have a D&C. They wanted me to, like, deliver the unborn dead fetus, and I couldn't mentally do that. So I, like, opted for them to do a D&C. And yeah, that sucked. But hey, I'm still here. Yeah, anesthesia can be scary. So, yeah, maybe, like, with the whole IUD thing, it's, like, because it's really uncomfortable and painful, but, like, it's not something that most people couldn't handle and just, like, suck up and deal with. Like, maybe they're just, like, it's not worth the, like, with the amount of IUDs that they're, like, constantly putting up people's hoo-haws, like, maybe they're just, like, it's not worth the scheduling and then, like, the anesthesia. And then also, I have medical insurance, but my IUD was not covered by medical insurance, so I'm still paying it off. It was $1,000 for me to go in and have them stick it up there for the whole thing took like 1 minute. stick it up there. The cost of them, is it, do I have Mirena? I think I have Mirena. So the cost, and then like the 1 minute it took to put it up there cost $1,000, and I'm paying for it out of pocket. Well, I'm on like a payment plan, so it's, yeah. Women's pain isn't real, duh. Oh, that's right. That's right, I forgot. My pain is just fake. Yeah, no, I do know someone, I was talking to someone who was saying that they like passed out the first time they were trying to get the IUD because the pain was so intense, and then they went back later and had to have some kind of sedation or something to have it done. But like, yeah, I don't know what the right answer is for any of this, but sorry. It's just also interesting, like, women's health is fascinating. Health in general is fascinating, but anyway, okay, we haven't even finished episode 1 yet.
Okay. Will Brian be able to be present?
Yes. I mean, not in the OR because you're going to the OR.
Okay, well, OR.
So,
Okay.
But definitely he can, come to the office. He can stay on site. It's just that, when you go to the OR, he's not going to be allowed to go, through those doors.
Okay.
But otherwise, he can stay, on site. And definitely you need, somebody anyways to drive you and take you home because of the anesthesia.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
So you continue with your estrogen medication, same dose, frequency, and then tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., you start your progesterone oil.
Okay.
So that's 1 ml. And then you're going to take a second dose tomorrow night between 6 and 9 p.m., and then you continue every night at the same time. Again, don't go beyond 24 hours without taking your shot.
Okay.
But the first one is at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Got it. Thank you so much, Stephanie.
All right. You're welcome. We'll talk soon. Let me know if you need anything or if you have any questions, okay, between now and your transfer.
Will do. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Those feather earrings, so obnoxious. Oh, after completing their 7th transfer, Erica and Brian were not successful. Erica is not ready to discuss what's next as she is coping and healing. Please keep them in your continued prayers. Like, that's sad, man. It's sad. It really is. Man, you've been sending me memes, Hunter? Who are you talking to? I mean, you send me memes all the time. But, yeah, this shit's sad, man. Bummer. I mean, at least she didn't, like, get pregnant and then have to deal with the loss. Because, I mean, but it's still a loss. It's still, in a way, it's a loss. Like, I can't even imagine, man. That must suck. Like, I know what it feels like to want a baby and to lose it and or not have it or whatever. And that's not a good feeling. But to go through it 7 times and like everything that you have to go through with IVF, like the shots and the preparation and the doctors and all the things, like that's rough. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Like, that fucking sucks. Copyright. Oh my god, Kathy's glasses are so blingy. And then, like, she's got, like, a choker to match. That can't be, like, that can't be from Paparazzi, right? Paparazzi doesn't make blinged out sunglasses, right? There's no way.
He took us to a restaurant that had a band. And boy, we had a good time. The food was just great. And my sister Cynthia, she loves having a ball. So Cynthia got up and started dancing. And boy, we laughed so. And then guys was coming together to dance with them.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, ready. It's the night that you have all been waiting for. Orlando's premier dinner show.
Hell yeah.
You see my Aunt Cynthia, always been the exact same. Growing up, you know, she was like my second mama, you know. I'd stay with her, or if my mama made me mad, I'd whisper on the phone and be like, Auntie, you come get me, you know, and she always came and got me, and she let the boys call, she even let them come over, y'all come over and go swimming together, whatever. Shh, don't tell my mama. But yeah, she, you know, she was just that
She's the
real
cool
auntie,
aunt.
and so to see her now, you know, get a little older, but she still like to have a good time and dance and have a good time, and so I'm just cherishing them in their latter years.
My kids are still playing with each other if you can hear them screaming. Sorry. Okay, MJ's back from the dead. What's up? Hell yeah, boy. What the fuck? Is that Beetlejuice?
So, of course, my mother and her siblings are getting older, you know, and it's always been close, you know. So every summer, I always grew up at one aunt or uncle's house, you know, for the summer for weeks at a time. They just kind of all shifted us around. Another cousin would come to my house. So my family's always been very, very
Yeah,
close. But as, of
Tennessee
course,
just
as they
did
got
that,
older,
Sherry.
You know, the traveling with the road.
No
and
more
the
drag
distance,
shows in
and,
Tennessee.
You know,
It's
and of course,
illegal.
COVID happened.
To protect
they
the
didn't get to see
children.
each other as much, and we recognized that
Shut
honestly,
up.
the only time they were really seeing each other is at funerals. And I know how my mother is about family and how her sisters are. And so a couple years ago, I decided that I just wanted to celebrate them and let them get together and feel safe, you know, and not have to go out and about, you know, because of their health and age and everything because of COVID. I rented a house and we just had a really great time and exchanged gifts and ate and laughed and talked, and I love hearing their stories.
This year, I said to Erica, when are you going to do another sister's trip? She said, a sister's trip? She said, I said, yeah, you're going to do another sister's trip for us, aren't you? She said, well, I'll think about it. And she did. And I mean, we had so much fun.
So now, it appears that this is annual, and I gotta be honest, I don't have a problem with it. I love it. You know, I love being
Why would you have a problem with this?
Thank God, first of all, that I'm in a situation in my life that I can do it. And so to be able to...
So this is like a perfect example of Erica bragging about being in the right financial place to be able to do nice things for people, and it's all because of paparazzi. And she won't say it's because of paparazzi because then it'll be against compliance, I think. I think that's why they never actually bring up paparazzi like by name in this show. I'm pretty sure that's why. But I mean, this is my children. Oh my God. No, this kind of stuff is exactly why this reality show exists. It's so that Erica, and then by extension, her sisters in her downline, are able to be like, look at what paparazzi has done for us. I'm able to pay for IVF. I'm able to bring my aunts and uncles together and exchange gifts with each other and rent out a house and bring them out here on vacation. My kids, I swear to God. Yeah, this is the point. If you have ever asked yourself, what the hell is the point of this goddamn show? It's this. It is to subtly, maybe not so subtly, I don't know. I guess it depends on your perspective of the way you're looking at this. But obviously, us being against multi-level marketing companies, we see it this way. They made this reality show because A, they think they're interesting enough to have one, which, come on. You're fooling yourself. And second of all, because they're like, if everyone like sees my house, sees my riches, sees us doing fun things, sees me arguing with my sister and getting mad at her that she didn't invite me on a last second cruise, which I totally could have afforded to go on, It's all because of my biz. All because of my paparazzi biz. It's all about that bling. That bling, that paparazzi bling. I don't know, do I still have that song? Oh my god, wait. Hold on. I swear I think I have it on this computer. And if I have it, we're playing it and we're dancing. Where would I have put it though? I have no idea, actually. But, I'll see if I can find it. Oh, it's probably on my other hard drive. I'll have to go digging for it. But if you haven't heard the Paparazzi song, it's very good.
To bring them together and allow them that time,
Please
that
hold.
quality
Let me move
time
this.
with each
Excuse me.
other,
I'm
you
looking
know,
for it.
and me and my cousins, all my girl cousins get together and kind of cater to them and fix breakfast or lunch or take them out, you know, have a good time. And so we do that. And, you know, my aunts are just a hoot. And, you know, although I know all of them love the Lord with all their heart, soul, and mind. Listen,
Yeah,
them ladies is
that's
nothing to be-
why
nothing to
cults
joke
exist.
with. Like, the conversations could go, sometimes I'm like, is this, like, they talk worse than my friends. Like, what did you say, lady? I call them the dirty old ladies. Like, what did you just ask me that question? Like, they're very blunt. So, that was really cool.
This is getting copyright clean. Shut the fuck up.
And, you know, showing my appreciation for how they basically helped raise me. And
I have
I'm
no
the woman
idea
I
where
am
this
today
song
because of
is.
those women.
I know I have it somewhere. Woohoo.
Next time on Ears Girls.
Next
It's
time.
scary. Like, literally, one day my sister woke up and could not see.
What the fuck? Damn. We're about to see. Wait a minute. That was episode 4? Did we skip? Did I accidentally make us skip an episode? Hold on. What the fuck? Episode 2. Wait a minute. Okay, let me show you guys. So we watched episode 1 and episode 2 last time. And it goes straight to episode 4. Where's episode 3? Where is season 3, episode 3? It's not here. They deleted it? Where'd it go? I wasn't expecting Yours Girls to be a medical drama, right? Yeah, that is a cliffhanger. Like, how do you just, like, wake up and not have sight? That's wild. Anyway, we got a lost episode, guys. What the hell? Okay, well, this next episode's called Family Values, and I'm sure they're gonna learn all about it when someone loses their sight. All right, I'm gonna keep looking for that Paparazzi song. I have to find it. Oh. I am so sorry. That was so loud. I'm telling you, their sound levels they're always bad.
My mom all of a sudden, you know, said to me, when are we having my sister's trip? You know, and I'm like, what sister's trip? She's like, our annual. And I'm like, annual? Woo! That was a one-time gig, you know. So now, it appears this is annual. And I gotta be honest, I don't have a problem with it. I love it.
So when y'all see the generation now of women,
I just don't get why she has to, like, specify that.
You know what? I think there's a lot of good men out there. I really do. I think that our young ladies, our parents have not taught the young ladies how to uphold themselves so they can get the man. Our parents prayed for us, and I think the young women that the parents are praying for them, and the mamas are not trying to be like the teenage girls. I think those young ladies have become really young ladies who are like we were. I think we could have been wild. I think there was a group of wild girls when we were coming up.
I give up. I can't find the song. I don't know where it's at.
Because certain friends had babies, and we know that because they couldn't take care of the children, and they brought them to our mama to raise. So mama was the type, mama, she took them in and bathed them and and clean them up and until the girls got.
Dude, okay, hold on. Is this the whole episode? Sitting in this room talking? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we get some talking heads. What? Oh. Oh, this must be when she loses her sight. That's so wild. Okay, that'll be really interesting. We got 10 minutes of this. Also, Erica, really? She's got like, listen, shirt by itself, cute, fine, do it, do whatever you want. But then like this giant yellow beaded necklace to go with it, these giant yellow hoops, it's so obnoxious. What are you doing? Also, is this Kathy? Who is this? They have like a bling boss hat. It must be because she's got those sunglasses. This red necklace is definitely a paparazzi necklace. Look at how, oh, those look like anal beads. Not cute. Not freaking cute. Eara's wearing some gaudy paparazzi shit. Like, oh my god. Yay, they're sitting! Woohoo! Weren't they sitting in the last episode? They're always sitting. But now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 minutes to listen to a conversation between 9 different people. This episode could have been an email. Yeah, they're not the same color yellow. They're a different shade. I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, Erica's... She has... like, individual parts of her, like, fashion sense that are great, that are fine. But then she throws her tacky-ass paparazzi jewelry on top of it, and it's just almost never cute. Yeah. Why? Why does she do that? She ruins it.
Their lives so they can come back and get their children. So I think young ladies nowadays, if the mother's not trying to be a teenager or the best friend of the child, I think, you know, they just, I think there's still good women and still good men. I think a lot of bad.
I got her, you. Yeah. You got you.
Oh my god.
But I think the stigma.
What the background? I'm sorry to do this to you, but the background, these little sun things, this one is lower than this one. It is uneven. Look at that. Oh my god. This one is tilted. It's not even straight. Look at, there's like a little bit in between here and there, and then it's like more of a gap here. It's not good. This is not cute. This is awful, actually. Can they... If you're going to, like, display some decorations in your house... Hi, Pippi. If you're going to display some decorations and shit like this, like, that's something you need to make sure you get right.
Society has basically said that era is gone. But honestly, to the expectation. Because it's like...
They're all looking at Erica. They're not only are they not looking at the camera, they're all looking at Erica. Because she's always the center of attention.
Yeah, I put my own chair. I got my own chair right here. And then I'll do this. That's some foolishness right there. But you know, you see it. Right, you see it, you know.
The majority of the women, young women, are doing that. They want to
accept that it's normal, right? That's okay.
No, that is not an optical illusion. That is crooked.
I think you ought to be.
That shit right there is crooked as fuck. Is this her downline?
See what you do. Give them a chance.
Probably some of them, let's be honest.
I tell you what, you would not let a guy call you no.
Oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Yeah, this whole... The camera is... Not only is the angle just bad, like, it is tilted. It is tilted. We're looking at, like... If you tilt your head like this and look at it, then it's straight. Oh my god. Oh my god. Erica, you're the executive producer here. What are you doing? This is so awful. All of it is tilted. But this is definitely crooked. No, they're all crooked. I don't care what you guys say. They're all crooked.
But a lot of girls just feel like, I gotta make it. And what I have to do to keep him, I'm gonna keep this man. So the values, and likewise, you know, y'all been taught that's not the way young
And I
ladies
think,
do it.
too, though, you know, because there's households that didn't see a man and a woman together as spouses. And so I saw so many good men that I knew what to expect from a man. Like I knew what to.
And then she married Brian. Ew! Erica, I don't think you learned anything. Like, if you if you spent so much time around all these men to realize what you wanted in a man, and then you settled on Brian, I don't even want to know how awful those men were that came before him. Like, what?
Expect how he was gonna treat me, how he was gonna go to work, how he was gonna talk to me or whatever. So I never seen any of my uncles or my father hit, you know, any of them, you know, and I just saw them be providers. So that's what I
Hi, Elizabeth.
as I begin to date. Like, what are you doing?
Welcome to the chat.
What's your goal? What's your plans? But if you didn't see it,
might have a perspective.
It is boring. Yes.
And I want to say one more thing. And
Pippi,
when you didn't
God.
get that, you didn't wait for him to you did. It's a wrap.
I think there's so many women nowadays who are trying to be
Emily, did you send it to me on Instagram? My cat keeps knocking my pills over.
to be what he brings to the table.
Where did you send it? I'll look for it.
All of those things. And my friends were really submission. It's like a dirty word. They feel like no one's gonna rule over me and you have power over me, and that's not what submission's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like a power
I
struggle.
think they might be, Harper.
Exactly. Something like
but because when you say it, it sounds like I'm bowing down, and so they don't understand to submit one to the
A
other.
paparazzi and pure romance collab? Yeah.
system, and he would be trying to roll over you anyway.
That's exactly what those necklaces are.
System.
Erica's necklace and this lady's necklace. Yeah. Let me turn this really important conversation up for you guys because it's so quiet.
I heard a guy the other night on talk show.
Oh, you submitted it to my drive? Okay, I'll check it.
I was
Thank you.
amazed. It's because he said, when I'm out there in that world, he said, I go out there and I fight with the gas man to put gas in my car. I fight with the man at the stop sign. He said, I fight with the man on my job, and I fight with this and I fight with that. He said, when I come home, I don't want to fight with my woman. He said, all she got to do is say, you ain't this and you ain't that. He said he feels about that big. He said, but when he come home, if she's just there to put her arms around him and say, baby, how can I help you? So she can get anything. He said, 'cause that's what I need. He said, I don't need nobody trying to fight with me like a man, because I've been fighting with men all day. He said, but when the woman just,
Why are men so
he's just
toxic?
like that.
Why are they always fighting with each other?
All the money in the world, everything, the world.
That's where I think the churches come
Sherry,
in,
you're right.
because
Yeah.
they don't have parents and teach the
Paparazzi jewelry should not go
and
in
teach the
anyone's
men. Some
happy
women not
bits.
gonna receive it no way, but there are some women, if they hear it taught and know that you stay with your husband 45 years and you stay with yours for 49, they will listen if they want their man.
Ew, Kate.
So I think that's where
Peppermint
churches
oil
and
lube.
churches
Ow.
come in.
I think too, this.
Owie.
I don't even know if it's just somebody from a pulpit telling me that. I think again,
We're talking about church
Right.
now?
I think
What
it
is it?
For me, it was again the lifestyle of seeing it, because you have some people.
Harper,
that,
that's what
you
I was
know,
thinking too. Like, what about
If I looking as a preacher.
What
and
about
his
the other
wife,
person's
she's
needs?
Looking the other way. She's
I'm
not
not
a good
talking about from the pulpit, I'm talking about like a mother.
Train.
Right.
But how? But how was she? How was she trained?
They have classes for women to teach women.
I think one of my cats
I think
knocked
that's
something
a
over
more
downstairs.
That's what I'm just, I feel like that's a more not hands-on, but I think somebody just telling me that this is supposed to be versus me seeing it actually in action.
Well, that's why I say
A
it.
lot of
Don't
women
just
are
say-
not going to be able to
7 million
have the
people talking at once?
observation that you had. So there has to be another avenue for them to get that information.
Carrie, I think they do.
Like Raquel was mentioning, the matter of submission.
I'm gonna turn
What
this
the
down.
Scripture says,
I'm gonna just keep letting this play. They're talking about scripture and shit. Oh, wait.
Christ loves the church and gave
This is kinda interesting,
himself
actually.
for it. So if the men are know and they're learning that this is the way that you're supposed to love your wife.
Right.
What woman would not want to submit
To somebody that love her like that.
love somebody who just totally give themselves for her?
I'm sorry, is this a room full of women, like, agreeing with each other that they need to submit to their husbands. She's like, you know, Jesus loved the church, and he said that men are supposed to love the church the same way they love their wives. So why wouldn't a woman want to submit to that? Is that what I just heard? Because that's what I was about to get to, was that, Carrie, you were saying, I have a feeling they subscribe to the man as the head of the household philosophy. And it's not even like, would you even call it a philosophy? Like, it's, well, I guess so. But, I mean, that's biblical. They have, like, God is the head. Right? No, how does that thing go? Well, like, the man is the head of the household, and then, so, like, you're supposed to love God above all else, and then your spouse, and then your children, and then, I don't know. There's, like, a whole, like, hierarchy there. But, yeah, no, it's straight up biblical. Like, it says in the Bible that the man is the head of the household, and we clearly know that all of these people are religious nuts. They have proven this to us time and time again. As a matter of fact, while I was reading the first chapter of Erica's book, that's as far as I got, I actually did a God marker to talk about how many times she talks about God. She mentions God 10 times in the first chapter. So that's just the first chapter. I'm doing a full-on God count. So we'll see. But anyway, yeah, no, these people absolutely. And come on, that's why Erica ended up with a dude like Brian. He thinks he's in charge of everything. He can do whatever he wants. Erica is not. I don't think Erica's the. Well, I think Erica thinks she's the head of the house, but Brian. No, let me rephrase that. I think Erica acts like the head of the house because she's the one making all the money, but emotionally and, like, I guess decision-making wise and stuff, I think Brian absolutely has an upper hand there. Like, Brian obviously, like, he's a controlling dude. He didn't even want to change diapers if they were going to have a baby. Like, fuck him. He wouldn't even admit that he would not agree to strapping a baby onto his chest. He wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Because he didn't want to. It's like, that's your baby, sir. Can you care about anyone else but yourself for once? Brian? Brian. I think my church said children come before spouts, which is interesting. Is that... I think biblically, I don't think so. I'm gonna look it up. No, I think it goes man, head of the household, wife, children. What is it, like, biblical... What would you call it? Biblical hierarchy of love? No, it's 4 types of love in the Bible. Hierarchy of marriage. God first, husband second, and the wife subservient to the husband. But I guess that doesn't mention anything about kids. Who fucking knows? Anyway, this all is really interesting. But yeah, the head of the household thing is absolutely biblical, and you know that these people subscribe to that for sure.
I think what's unfortunate too is there's so many programs targeted toward teaching women how to have this and women how to that, women how to this, but not as many toward men. It's more like middle men. Middle, you know, they're guys. There's this, it's that.
It's quiet. Sorry.
For the men and the women.
Making adjustments.
And I think it really should be taught in the church.
Well, I think too with the church or
We were made from a rib in dirt. Fairy glam.
You know that you've heard my story. You know, this is how we.
That's all we are. We are one rib in dirt.
Because men, I think men really respect feminine women. Because that's what they want. Their woman to be that way. You know. And I just think that the people who've been there and done that, they can give somebody a little nugget along the way. That would be helpful. Even with your submission thing, you know, I think if you can get to a place where you can agree, that's all submission is about. You know, come into an agreement. You got these 2 personalities.
Yeah, no, to me, kids come first above everything and everyone.
Come to some level ground and agree. And, you know, submission wouldn't be a big issue after that. Somebody having 2 walk together.
I'm looking it all up right now.
Well, I just appreciate y'all. So I know we did this because of COVID. You know, last year y'all hadn't been together in so long, and Mama kind of jacked me up. You must have, where my sisters get together? I said, hey, this wasn't going to be no annual thing.
So, I'm looking here. What website is this? afaithfulstep.com. And it's, I mean, so this is like a blog post, right? So it's like, I guess, an opinion piece. But they do cite some verses here. Basically, this says, a controversial belief for any young woman in today's world is the idea that our spouse should come before our kids. Yet I firmly believe that prioritizing our spouse before our kids is an essential ingredient to a happy marriage. These people, oh, you know why they're saying that? They're like, if you submit to your husband, like, he will be more happy, therefore your marriage will be more happy. That's bad advice, dude. Anyway, she cites, oh my God. Okay. This says, there will be specific seasons when a child comes first and takes most, if not all of your time. When our children are infants, they require a lot of time and energy. When our kids are sick, again, they become the priority, but they shouldn't stay the priority. This hurts. So they have it like, should your spouse be the first priority? This is a trick question. Your spouse should never be your first priority. Your first priority should be God. Well, yeah, we know that. That's what the Bible literally says. Matthew 10:37 says, anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. That is fucking wild. Again, this is another thing that makes me go, okay, like, if God was real, he's a fucking asshole, and he's not. I mean, like, Jesus supposedly never had kids, so it's like, that's what I don't get. I don't get this shit. Does God love himself more than he loves his children, his creation? Probably, I guess. Yeah, probably. It's just so strange. Like, so God sent Jesus, his son, which was essentially, I guess, depending on what sect of Christianity you're in, you generally believe that Jesus is God personified, basically. And Jesus never had his own, like, actual flesh and blood children. So like, for God to, like, be so demanding of the love that a parent gives to their child and how it should be less than what they give to him, I'm like, wasn't the whole point of you coming back coming down to earth as a human to sacrifice yourself or whatever, to kind of, like, learn to, like, relate more to your creation? Like, wasn't that part of the point? Well, obviously the point was, like, salvation or whatever the fuck from sins and forgiving everyone, whatever the fuck. But, like, wasn't that part of the point? But, like, he didn't even experience children. So, like, who is he to fucking make rules about who you're allowed to love? God has narcissistic tendencies. You're right. Yeah, you're right. It's not like children are literally dependent on us for everything or anything. I know, it makes no sense. God should be our first priority. Putting your spouse first does not mean you love your husband more. Okay, well, I don't know. I just want to see the fucking verses she cites. Ephesians, Mark. At the beginning, God made them male and female. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother to be united with his wife, and the two will become one flesh. So they're no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Ephesians says, submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Wives, submit to your husbands as you do the Lord. The husband's the head of the wife as... Wait, hold on. For the husband is the head of the wife as Christ is the head of the church, his body. So this is what I was talking about earlier. How there's, like, a weird, like, hierarchical system. God is the head of the church. Man is the head of the household, basically. Wives should submit to their husbands in everything. That's in Ephesians. I'm just trying to see if there's... Oh, God, she has a whole list of them. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Romans 12:10. 1 Peter says, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Above all, shouldn't you love God first? Like, I just... Oh, my God. sorry to like dwell on this shit. It's just to listen to modern women, a room full of 9 women, to listen to them sit here and be like, oh yeah, if you need to marry a man who loves the church just as much as he loves you so that your marriage will be happy, and he'll know how to treat you and how to serve you as his wife, and like all this fucking shit, man. Like, it's 2023. Like, submit to yourselves first. Come on, stop submitting to a fucking man. I think a marriage needs to be a partnership and not submission by one of the parties. Like, what? It's so weird. Sorry if that blew your eardrums out. I am so sorry.
It's good to see y'all together. I mean, I personally know people that, you know, their families just, when people tell me, like, I ain't talked to my mom in 7 years. I know. I talk to my mom 7 times a day. Like, you know, or seeing aunts or don't know.
You can't spell paparazzi without God.
Wow, so I just really feel fortunate, the closeness, how grandma and granddaddy kind of started it and said, y'all have to be close. Again, y'all putting us all
Ooh, what's
together.
this First Corinthians thing?
Spring breaks and everything, and now our children, you know, get to spend time with each other.
Huh.
Yes.
I'm looking it up right now.
I got you a Christmas gift, but it gotta stay right here.
That was my Christmas gift.
Right. Then we all get up there. No, that's my teacup. No, it's my teacup. I got this with him. Like, hold on. There's something going on.
And I was so glad to see the babies, because you know what? Vera used to see that my children like that. And I just, you know, so your babies are kind of like my babies.
Dude.
And even Kat, I was saying,
This
how
is,
your babies doing? What are your
This is a verse which is really interesting to me because it's in First Corinthians, which is also the same chapter or the same book that has the whole like love is patient and kind, the shit that they like read at weddings and stuff. First Corinthians 7:27 says, "Are you pledged to a woman? Do not seek to be released. Are you free from such a commitment? Do not look for a wife. But if you do marry, you have not sinned. And if a virgin marries, she has not sinned. But those who marry will face many troubles in this life, and I want to spare you this." Okay, so like, just don't. Hey, Christians, stop getting married. Paul said that you're not allowed to get married. And if you do, you're in for a world of trouble and hurt and pain. And then in that case, it's like really weird to me that like marriage is such a Christian thing. Like, I mean, I know it's like a more of a legal thing these days, but like, I mean, a lot of, you know, like when my husband and I got married, it was a Christian marriage. Like, we were married by my grandfather. We had like pre-marriage counseling and stuff through them, which was really awkward. I love my grandparents, but dear God, it was awkward because my grandpa's like, if I'm gonna marry you guys, I need to make sure that, you know, I'm gonna be forming a bond between two people who are gonna have this relationship with God and all this shit. So like, because my grandpa is a lifelong pastor, so yeah, it is really weird that there's like so much like at Christian weddings, a lot of it is wrapped around like Bible verses and stuff, biblical texts and stuff, and then to hear that there's a verse that's like, maybe don't get married. Yet another weird part in the Bible that's like, why is that there? That makes no sense.
your grandbabies on back? You know, I'd love to see your babies. I love this little girl they talk about, Tamir, and how she says what's on her mind, you know, and says like a particular kind of way, you know. I can just grab her and kiss her, you know.
Right, love it to death. Love it. Makeup on and everything.
It was makeup, yes.
I like how everyone in the chat's just talking about weed. I don't blame you. It's much more interesting.
Puerto Rico, the cruise. I've been wanting to go to Puerto Rico too.
Yeah, Amy, exactly.
You see her went? Did you?
We went over there to the bank.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico too.
And I mean, we had so
Thank
much
God.
fun. And each one, Erica would let them tell them
Was
how
that
they met
conversation
their
supposed to be
husband and
fun?
everything. And she just couldn't believe it. But we had so much fun. We just loved each other, and I enjoyed being with my sisters.
So today I took Kathy to the doctor, and I gotta be honest, like throughout this entire process, I've been extremely trying to be strong.
So we're already starting out here with a talking head from Erica that's basically like, I had to take someone that I love to this really important thing, and I'm going to make it about myself now. I took Kathy to the doctor, and honestly, like, I got to tell you guys, I'm trying to be really strong. Can we talk? Like, I'm pretty sure your sister lost her eyesight, dude. Like, I think that's what's going on here. Erica, can we, for once, can we stop making everything about you? Here's an idea. Stop. Just stop. Why is she like this?
Because it's scary. Like literally, one day my sister woke up and could not see. And I could not imagine that, because at that point we didn't know, was this permanent? We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know the cause. She just literally could not see. And you've seen that on television, and you've heard it before, you know, people lose their eyesight. So we had no idea, and we had never heard of, when we did see the doctor, you know, when they said that she had ulcers, like, what does that mean, you know? Well, but of course, I didn't need her to hear me being panicked, or, you know, me, oh my God, crying.
It's not about you, Erica.
Strong for her, and I needed to make sure that she knew.
Oh, sorry, I'll turn her up a little bit.
Whatever needed to be done, you know, we were gonna get it done. You know, if we needed to fly specialists in, whatever, like, we were gonna make sure that she had her sight back.
Baby, I sure want you to get better. I can't stand to see you up there looking like Ray Charles.
I know, right? It hurts so bad.
I'm
I mean,
so
it's
sorry.
just like,
I love Erica. I mean, Eara. Why is she wearing giant obnoxious earrings in bed? I have a story to tell you guys regarding, this just popped into my head. So you guys know that I used to be a dog groomer for almost 10 years. And there was this, oh my God, this sweet little Cocker Spaniel named Rhodey. Rest in peace. He passed away before I quit. Like, the lady had to, like, call me and tell me he passed away. It was so sad, but I loved him. I groomed him once a month for, like, years. He was black, and he was so sweet. But one day, oh my God, it was so weird. So one day, the pet parent, Rhodey's mom, comes in without Rhodey, and I'm like, she's crying, and I'm like, oh no. Like, that's unfortunately, like, a really, like, sad part of the job when you're a dog groomer. Like, you get really attached to the dogs, especially when you're seeing them so frequently. They're like, you treat them like, you know, you look at them like they're your own pets. So she walks in, and I'm like, oh, fuck, Rhodey must have passed away. Like, did they just put him down or something? She comes in crying, and I'm expecting to just hear just the fucking worst. But what she said was, Rhodey lost his eyesight. And I'm like, okay, so he's alive. So that's good. But it was the weirdest thing. She said, it was like on Christmas or Christmas Eve or something. And she was like, yeah, like, he was just like sitting on the couch, and we were calling him, and then he couldn't tell where he was, and he didn't know how to get off the couch, and like, just randomly out of nowhere. And then suddenly he was a blind dog for like months. Like, and I saw the change. Like, I saw the difference. I was around Rhodey enough to know his behaviors and stuff. So, like, after he lost his eyesight, like, yeah, like, he was acting differently. Like, you could tell, like, his eyes weren't focusing on things, and, like, he just, like, couldn't see. And then fucking one day, she walks in, and she's like, you'll never believe it, Rhodey can see again. I'm like, what? And this is like months later. Like, just she's like, yeah, we took him out to, oh God, they like went up north or something. They went on a vacation with him or something. And she's like, yeah, and he was just like, we'd never been to this place before, and he was just like walking down the paths, and he was walking down like going down the stairs, and I was like, no big deal. Well, Rhodey's fine now. And I'm like, what the fuck? I think it had to do with like a detached retina or something like that. But I guess it can, like, reverse itself. I don't know. But anyway, Rhodey did end up passing away because he was older. But that was one of my doggies that I used to love back in the grooming days. But the mom was so sweet. Her name was Renee. She was awesome. And Rhodey may forever live in my heart. But it was interesting that a dog just like can like lose their sight and then like come back a little bit later and be like, oh, by the way, guys, I can see again. And it's not like a dog can tell you, hey, I can't see. Hey, now I can see. Like, what?
It hurts. Well, I wish you would have felt, I wish I would have felt you felt sorry, because you ain't spend no time over here with me today.
What you mean? I spent no
You
time
just
when I got
come-
over here. You was going to the doctor.
But still, I mean, you come over here and be doing stuff for Erica, not paying me no attention. You see her all the time.
Well, she had washed clothes, so I was just putting up
How
clothes.
What that got to do
You're-
with me?
You wasn't doing nothing but sitting down.
You could have
trying
sat
to...
here and talked to me.
Oh, I talk to you all the time.
Goodness, she ain't nothing but a brat.
Well, you got to spoil like that, I guess. But I usually just come over and try to put up a clothes for her.
It's really emotional time for me when I lost my eyesight.
My
after I
eyesight.
had came from out of town.
Sorry, that was rude.
I ended up at my sister's house for 3 weeks. Wasn't expecting that. And then my mom, you know, she really caters to my baby sister Erica. She helps with clothes. She helps around the house. And I was kind of upset, to be honest with you, because she didn't come see about me every day like I thought she should, you know. And I was going through a lot, you know, because, you know.
Wait, did she just say that about Erica? I missed it. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Did she just say she was upset? Whoa, no, my baby sister Erica helps with clothes.
In the house. And I was kind of upset, to be honest with you, because she didn't come see about me every day
Erica.
like I thought she should.
So, okay. We better see, like, an apology to... I want a public apology to Kathy for this shit. If Erica is gonna, like, bitch and moan all the time about, I didn't get invited to your cruise, and it's all about me. And then, like, her sister loses her eyesight for 3 weeks. And it's like, Erica wasn't checking up on me. I mean, listen, it sucks because, like, I don't know the timeline here. I don't know if this took place before, or well, I guess it would be after, but how long after the last IVF didn't stick or whatever. Like, maybe Erica had a lot going on, but like somehow I feel like it's just really hypocritical of Erica to bitch and moan about the way that anyone treats her and who's there for her and who does it. Like how she was so mad at April, right? When Eara had her surgery and April's like, or Erica's like, April, why aren't you here helping me with mom? And it's like, that's not even her blood daughter. Like, that's just like her goddaughter. And, and you're like bitching and moaning that April's not at your fucking beck and call all the time to help you with your mom who had surgery that you wanted her to get. But no, okay, your sister, your blood sister loses eyesight. And suddenly it's like, oh yeah, I got other stuff going on. Sorry. Erica, oh my god, like I get that we all have our own lives, but like don't bitch and moan about just so much stuff. Mad at Erica for not mad at April for not dropping everything and coming to her stepson's, I was gonna say bar mitzvah, not bar mitzvah. Why was I gonna say bar mitzvah? Graduation party. But she can't even, like, check up on her own sister every day. Did mom say Erica had laundry done and she was helping with it? Yeah, that's... Her mother panders to Erica. Yeah, no fucking shit. Hold on, I'll rewind it one more time to make sure we get the context correct, because...
Sister's house for 3 weeks. Wasn't expecting that. And then my mom, you know, she really caters to.
Oh well, she was at her sister's house, and I think Erica's their only blood sister, but I guess they all kind of consider themselves sisters, so I don't know.
My baby sister Erica, she helps with clothes, she helps around the house.
Oh.
And I was kind of upset, to be honest.
Oh, she was talking about Eara. Oh, okay, so she's saying that, oh my god. There's just so much going on. Okay, so she's mad that Eara panders to Erica, but when Kathy was having her eyesight issues, she wasn't around checking up on her every day, even though she panders to Erica. This family dynamic is weird. Like, can you all just be normal for like 5 seconds?
Honest with you, because she didn't come see about me every day like I thought she should, you know. And I was going through a lot, you know, because, you know, I needed someone to see about me. I couldn't see. But Erica was very helpful. She made sure she took
Okay. I take everything back that I said about Erica.
I want you to get better.
I'm going to get better.
Yeah.
I got to see the doctor on Friday, and then he wants me to see me. He know 2 days next week, and he said this prescription.
Eara's earrings look like a not an oven mitt, but like the I mean, it's like an oven mitt. It's just like the little sheet that you fold and pull stuff out of the oven. What do you call those? Not a coaster. They look like a coaster, like a big coaster that a heat proof. Would you still call it an oven mitt? I don't know, but it looks like that.
Prescription I'm on is like really strong, so I think
There's the doctor.
Erica been seeing about me though. She
Papa's
been
sisters,
jumping
right?
out the bed.
Well, why you talking about me?
Cause you ain't been seeing about me. My
Well,
sister been
two of
seeing
us
about
can't see
me.
about you.
That's what she told me today too. I was like, well, you need to talk to your mama, you know, or instigating Brian. If it was Erica, Kathy.
That's what he said.
he
No, he did.
He started. He said it was Erica.
No, he didn't. But I've been running, so I've been.
Well, I knew you had to get Ava this week.
And
so.
I had to go to the doctor. I had appointments. And then when I was fixing to go home, take out Ava home from school, the light came on. I needed to have my car serviced. And I know I got appointments in the morning, so I just took off and went to Firestone to have my car serviced.
And he has to see her again on Friday. And then he wants to see her 2 times next week. I don't know why she's trying to get home. I'm like,
I'm not now. I just need to see about me. I just need to take care of myself.
Well, you sure took care of me when I had my knee done, so.
Yeah, but you were ahead of that. You was.
I said, I can't believe, Mama.
Well, how you gonna be here the next 2 weeks, so you got time.
Gee whiz.
The doctor said that might take a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But I thank God that Erica, you know, called the doctor's office, because I went to one doctor and she put me on some Cipro.
Pot holder,
I told
yeah,
Erica,
I guess.
I said, I don't know what it is, Erica. I said, but this is not doing anything. And then when I woke up the next morning.
And I had a doctor's appointment. So I was going to get my ultrasound because I'm going to start the treatment.
The Curtis Connor
And so
Hunt
when I
sound?
left,
Hold on.
when I came
Are you
out,
talking about this one?
I saw her sitting straight up in the bed.
I have
And
it.
she was like, I can't see out neither one of my eyes. And so it freaked me out. And I was like, what you mean you can't see out of either one of them? Because the left eye wasn't giving her no
That?
problem.
Oh, it was very quiet.
So, I was like, what you mean? I was like, okay, we gotta,
I need
we
to
gotta
put
get
that
you
on
to an
my
actual
stream
orthopedic.
deck.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna find a surgeon or something locally. So as I was pulling out the neighborhood on my way,
fart
I
sound
got
effect?
in contact with one and they said, well, we got an appointment at 9:10. So I called her back and I said, I'm on my way to get you. She's standing out in the street.
No, my eyes was hurting me so bad. I was just drop me off to.
She's standing out, and I'm like, what are you? She can't see. And I'm like, why are you out in the street? She says, I didn't want you to be late, you know. And I'm like, girl, so I had to put her in the car. I said, is my door locked? How did you lock the door? She said, I figured out, you know, it was able to lock it because Brian was had left for therapy. So got her in the car. I went to my doctor's appointment. Let them do blood work. Told them what was going on with my sister. Said I gotta take her. So I went. They let me come back for the ultrasound. I just had to do the blood work before 9. Mm-hmm. Went over there. They immediately started paperwork because when they came in, we just had this on. They knew she couldn't see, and immediately when the doctor looked at her, he was like, "Your eyes are full of ulcers." So it freaked me out. I'm thinking, okay.
Well, I really
That's
came
crazy.
over today to
Then
be
he
with her,
scraped
but you
them.
all was gone. That's what I told you.
But I think what she was hurt about is then you left. But I told her that
I had to go pick up Ava when I left.
Right.
No, I had a doctor's appointment. I had a 1:45 doctor's appointment.
Right. But
And
she
then-
didn't now.
And then after I did
yeah.
that, but I came over here. I told Ava. I said I'm gonna go see about Kathy. When I took her to school, I said I'm gonna go over and see about Kathy.
Yeah, it's
But
literally
when I got
called
here,
that
you all
home
was gone.
improvement sound.
So that's why. And while I was here by myself, I just putting up your clothes, you know, because you be waiting on me to put them up. So I was just putting your clothes up.
Everybody know their rules. We've been up every hour. We have to get up every hour on the hour. So I haven't slept since we got back in town.
Dang.
Every hour to put these drops in. And then you have to wait 5 minutes in between. So
you get about 35 minutes if you do get to sleep.
And then we go right back to sleep. And the next thing, the clock, we jump, and Erica jumps straight up.
That
and
sucks.
And it has to be refrigerated. So she has to take it out.
You better do what you need to do because
I thank God for my sister. Because I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Baby, she know my baby.
I know. I'm like,
I feel
to see about me. I'm like,
I feel bad like talking shit about Erica because I misunderstood. I'm gonna have to like go back and cut that part out of this live because no, I feel bad like because clearly Erica was there to help Kathy and I was just like no, you know what, Erica, I give you props for this. Good job for being there for your sister. Great, that's wonderful, that's fabulous. We love to see it. But quit bitching about not going on cruises.
What am I gonna do? I go home.
Well, if you go home,
I didn't know you could get ulcers in your eyes.
Because if April and Trinette, if they come get her, take her home, because the doctor said she may be like this for 2 to 3 weeks.
Lord have mercy.
She said, is my eyes gonna be working tomorrow? He said, no, I'm sorry. And now what's happening is because I guess whatever happens into the bacteria is crusting up. And so it's leaking.
Ew.
And so we have to clean.
And it drains.
Yeah.
Like today it was green.
Jesus, I can't stand that.
I tell Brian, I said, I'm finna take a nap. And Brian was like, I can't do eyes. Like, so when I can't do it, Bryson comes.
Now Bryson been doing a good job. Auntie, I'm ready. And he just makes sure he puts one drop in it and he'll wait and then do the other. Yeah.
You should be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm praying.
But
when you read about it, it's like, it says this is a medical emergency. Go to the hospital. I mean, but who knows that's what it is, you know?
Right.
But you can go blind. They say quick.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was an emergency when you was just laying back with your eyes.
Honestly, I just thought she was exhausted. I thought because we had a big week. And I thought, okay, she's exhausted, and I'm like, it might be her allergies, and then I started praying, saying, Lord, I hope it ain't COVID, you know, because how exhausted she was. But then when she was the eye, she just couldn't open it. And a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, she called me and said that one eye was getting her problem. She said, I feel like a piece of meat in it, like I just want to snatch it out. And I'm like, you better not, like you need to go to the doctor, and you have to start going to the doctor.
Yeah,
that's a problem too, because she doesn't go to the doctor like she should.
But I mean, I actually feel like my eyeball is in labor, like it's trying to push.
She said,
I'm serious.
She said, I can't cry.
I say I can't cry because it's salty and that's gonna hurt. So I can't cry, but it just feel like it's like trying to push both
sounds
of them.
awful.
And it just hurts so bad.
So I've been getting my hydrocodone.
That's the only relief I get. I got this Tylenol here, which been helping because I've been getting headaches now. That helps with the headaches. But that other pain, oh my God, it just hurts so bad. So I'm just praying, you know, I heal quickly than what's on Google and what the doctor said.
She probably just need a rest too. Sometimes God make us rest.
Yeah.
She just overdo it.
And my Uncle Joseph said it couldn't be spiritual. He said maybe the Lord just trying to open my eyes to see more.
You do it again. I need you to pull your lids open.
Oh gosh.
I don't need you to see no more. You be telling us too much now. I'm in dreams.
So like, does she have like no vision then?
Mama can't.
Yeah,
even
it sounds horrifying. Like, is it just black or is she just like, is it blurry? Like.
Feel like a gummy bear in your eyes, just all
Oh man, that sounds awful.
Then I almost told
sickness is moving around.
I almost told Trinette and April off today.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I'm just tired.
You're just tired.
She's just tired. I told Mom, I'm like, I know Erica's tired. When she get up, she don't just get out the bed. She just jump up like whoom and just and head to the refrigerator. And I
So the
appreciate her
medicine is
husband.
really
He
good.
been allowing her to sleep in here with me, you know. They just doing so much to help me. Let's just thank God
That's
for
what
that.
sisters do. That's what family do.
I guess so.
Right.
And so many people don't like when I, just see them and they be like, oh, you're your sister, A lot, I guess, people don't have that relationship. They sisters, brothers, or whatever, but hey, they don't have that kind.
I am so appreciative to Erica helping me out. She was the greatest sister. If I ever gotten sick again in my life, I would want my sister to be there for me because she was so loving, so compassionate, and so helpful. Brian and Bryson was there for me as well. Bryson would come put the drops in my eye when
Brian wouldn't do that though, right?
My brother-in-law would come peep his head in and say, sister-in-law, I don't know how you could do it. I would be so depressed.
Fucking Brian! Oh my God. She's like, yeah, Brian was there for me too. He would peek his head in every once in a while and be like, hey, I don't know how you're doing this. Aren't you like depressed? Classic Brian. Like that is textbook Brian. It doesn't get more Brian than that. Oh, I hate Brian. Everything about, there has not been a single redeeming quality about Brian this entire time. Since we started watching this fucking show, Brian sucks. And I will scream it from the rooftops. We hate Brian. He sucks. Ugh, I cannot stand that man. Cannot stand him. He sucks.
So I have to get myself together after he come out the room peeping at me, but
I have to get my stuff together. Like he would make you cry. Brian was there for me. He was so there for me. Brian was such a good brother-in-law. He'd peek his head in and then make me cry. Then I have to get all my stuff back together and get my emotions in check. Who is raining so hard? Anyway, fuck Brian. It's so windy and rainy. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Arizona. We never get this. It's fabulous. A loaf of bread is greater than Brian. I agree. I get more emotional support out of eating bread than I would being in a room with Brian. Fuck. I hate Brian. He sucks.
they have been so supportive. So if I'm ever sick, guys, this is where I be at my sister's house.
Mama,
it's just a blessing.
Now you know you got a teenager now, ninth grade.
Yeah.
You remember what that's like?
Yeah.
Let her talk. She called me.
She called me today and we just,
she just talked.
She talked a while. But she calls me like that, Erica, all the time. She'll call me.
When she got
and
up
I
this
just
morning,
listen
I
to
said,
her.
Erica told you no wear makeup to school. She said, I don't have on no makeup. I said, you do have on makeup. She said, I don't have on makeup. I said, you do have on makeup. And I said, what I'm going to do? I said, I'm going to call Erica and tell her FaceTime you.
What happened then?
She didn't say nothing about it.
No, it was slow and easy. You know, I told her she can wear, if we have an event, she can put on a little makeup, you know, or maybe on Sundays, but don't start her.
No, don't be wearing no makeup because that will
So
make
she
the
in the
older
ninth
Oh my
grade
God.
active.
I'm sorry.
Wearing makeup in the ninth grade and the seniors looking at you.
Yeah.
So let's keep us, you know.
My bad.
A little ahead.
You didn't miss any visuals.
But I do love too. I mean, her energy is like she called today when she was talking, and she was just like,
Who are they talking about though? They're talking about a teenager. She's like, you have a teenager again, you know. But Bryson just graduated high school. So he's 18. Does Kathy have a teenage kid? Is that who she's talking about? Who else would she be talking about? Oh my God.
It was all about college, and they told me that colleges are going to be looking at me, and I need to be focused on this, and she started talking about the rating. So, you know, as long as her mind is, I told her as long as she keep the grades or whatever when she
That
asks me
is
to
the
do
first
certain
time this
things,
live.
I'm okay with it. But if she
I
starts
went
slipping,
a while.
that's why that makeup was.
Usually I do that at the beginning of the episode.
The corners and everything,
And I don't care if she put that little thing because all the little girls wearing that.
That's
little,
fine, but she don't need to
but
put that every day.
no makeup.
Yeah.
Let's just put that on. No makeup, honey. That's all this morning.
Baby, my chokehold is real.
I know it, and she knew it too.
All right, y'all gonna go to work.
Okay.
All right. I'll be in here listening to the TV.
Oh, Kathy.
Won't be able to see nothing.
Can't
Okay.
see anything.
Poor
Baby,
Kathy.
Mama gonna come back and check on you later. Okay?
I appreciate you, Mom.
All right.
Sherry, that was April's daughter, Amari, but she also, like, she moved away, like, she's an adult. So I'm like, who is she talking about? I know Amari has a younger sister, Armani, I think is the other one's name. But I don't think she's, like, that young where it's like she shouldn't be wearing makeup. And, like, no, because she, yeah, I don't know who they're talking about. Anyway, hi, Sam.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, the tattoo drama.
Oh, she's blind.
Yeah, you be making sure.
Ain't no way. You full of crap. You full of crap.
Okay.
You full of crap.
Okay. She's blind. Good God. All right. Well, damn. Hey, you want to hear some good news? In approximately 3 minutes, Marco is going live, and I already set it up so that when this stream ends, it will redirect everyone to Marco's stream. I am in his Discord, and he did say that there's going to be some interesting stuff. Something about some more network marketing gurus and stuff. I don't really know. Marco follows those people way more than I do. I just can't, because most of them are men, and I just can't stand the toxic masculinity. It's so gross. But Marco loves that shit, and I love watching Marco talk about it because he's funny as hell, and he digs on them so hard. So, yeah. So after the stream is over, it'll move you guys over to Marco's stream. So don't go anywhere just yet. We got 3 minutes until he starts. So, yeah, we're rating Marco. I figured out how to do it, and we're rating him. I love that YouTube lets you do that now. That's awesome. I mean, if anyone was live, I'd be moving him over. But somehow Marco and I, like, have this arranged so perfectly without ever speaking to each other, where, like, my lives are almost always exclusively 5 to 7 Mountain Standard Time. Well, that's going to change soon, though, because I'm going to be Pacific Standard Time once Daylight Savings Time hits again. So I guess this redirecting thing will only happen for a little bit longer. But, like, yeah, it's always been, like, right as soon as I'm done, like, Marco's starts. So it's perfect, fabulous. Sam, yeah, you ended up at the hospital. Oh, shit. Because I know you're going through some shit. Cancer, I think, is what you were saying. So I hope you're okay. Back-to-back features. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah, I need to go cook some dinner and stuff. I wish I knew how to do more gothy makeup and hair for my dark skin. I do not have dark skin, so I have translucent skin. So I'm probably not the right person to ask about makeup tips for dark-skinned people. But I can say that I follow a lot of people on Instagram who, well, I mean, let's be honest, basically everyone has darker skin than me. But, like, I follow a lot of people, and I love watching them do makeup because it's kind of a different routine than I have. They have to do stuff differently to get, bright colors and stuff to show up and what have you. So I would definitely recommend, I can't think of any off the top of my head. There's one that's like Barbie something. Oh my gosh. I can't think of their usernames off the top of my head, but there's a lot of really good ones. Yeah, definitely you can learn a lot from them. But translucent I am. I like, you can practically see through me. I'm so white. Okay, so hey, I'm gonna hop off here, and then when this stream goes bye-bye, it will move you guys over to Marco. So thank you so much for being here and for being you. If you haven't licked the stream yet, please remember to do so on your way out before I move you guys over to Marco. So yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I always appreciate and love you. And Wednesdays are my favorite days of the week because we get to do this shit together. And I'll see you next week with that oil show. Yeah, that oil, y'all. See you guys later. Bye.